What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting in my beanbag chair today and I have some very fun and awesome knowledge, and it's something that I had to just let you guys know. And the idea today is that you're probably sleeping on scripting. You're probably not utilizing it in the way that you want. And today we're going to talk about, I have two different success stories that discuss the benefits and the amazing awesomeness that scripting can actually use to get you into the state. Now, I will say most of the time people either love scripting or they hate scripting, right? But like I mentioned, there are two different success stories, they are success stories, but it wasn't just a one-time event. These success stories happened multiple times, and they all had to do with scripting. So I'll tell you the first one. So the first one, I might have even mentioned this on my channel because it was so awesome and so cool. I just had to tell you guys. But the first one was someone I was working with kept getting extremely intense urges or desires to script, right? So they did this actually a few different times. They would have this urge to script, and then they would script for exactly what they wanted to happen in their reality. And then that thing played the next day. So every time they had this super intense urge, they would always write it down, and then they would the next day find this thing come into their reality, and they would play out the date that they had done with their specific person the night previous. And this isn't an isolated incident, though, because I just got off a call with another person who had the same sort of success. So scripting, a little bit different when it came to the time frame, but nonetheless, they were getting massive results with it. And they were finding everything that they would script, everything that they would write down, all of the kind of imaginary scenarios that they felt themselves into while writing, came to promise within 10 days, or I think it was 10 days to 2 weeks, around that mark, which is also amazing. But remember that timing is totally inexistent in our reality. It all has to do with what you feel, what you think is actually is true, or what you assume to be easy, like how easy you assume it to be. Like I mentioned in my most recent video, I talked about the feeling of manifestation being hard or easy totally depends on how you feel. If you assume it to be easy, then it's going to be easy. If you assume it to be hard, it's going to be hard. But this person was finding that within 10 to 14 days, every time they would script, they would find that the thing that they scripted came to pass. And it was always to do with their specific person, kind of changing or altering characteristics, being more loving, being more friendly. And I believe their SP even mentioned to them, they said, "You're the love of my life," recently, from this idea of scripting. And so I would absolutely, if you're not using scripting, I would do it right here, right now. Take out a piece of paper, and we're going to go over exactly what you need to do in order to make these successes your successes. So the first thing I would always say when it comes to scripting is, remember, like always, like every other technique, you always want to do it in the present or past tense. So it needs to imply that you already have it, right? Because if you're scripting for something that you're assuming to happen, or you're pretending or imagining to happen in the future, then it's not going to give you that level of success or the speed and quickness that you really want, right? You want it to happen tomorrow or within 10 days, right? So in this case, it needs to imply and make you feel as if it is already done. And you can do this a couple different ways. So you can either script or visualize and imagine for a specific scenario or a date or your end scene, whatever it is. But when you're writing, make sure to really almost write it as if you are writing a diary entry, almost like that is your day. Another thing I like to tell people in coaching sessions that is super, can get you super awesome results, is the idea that you just script whatever you did yesterday, take all of that as motivation, and then script as if your specific person was there with you the whole time. Okay, that's what you're gonna do. So you're going to script as if, basically rewrite your day that happened yesterday as like a diary, as if it happened with your specific person being there the whole time. How would your day be different? Would you do the exact same things? Or how would it change? How would your specific person bring a new idea or new actions to your reality? And the reason I love this one, and it gets you such good results, is because you begin to incorporate the idea of naturalness with your manifestation, right? because when you incorporate things that you logically already feel you are, like your daily routine, with the thing that you desire, which is your specific person, when those merge, your subconscious mind and everything else begins to take it in much easier, right? It's almost like your mind is really welcoming to accept all of the assumptions you currently have. So if you couple them with something also that aligns with what you want, you're going to find that that thing also causes you to have success as well, or brings it into your assumptions very easily. So that's one way that you can do it. Another way is to just make up any scenario you want. I would say in this case, definitely script or journal for your absolute end state. So think of exactly what you want. If it is going to be if you want to get married, if you want to have kids, if you want to have the perfect house, whatever it is with your specific person, script for that. And a technique or idea that's going to help with this as well is going to be to utilize all 5 of your senses. So what are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you smelling? What are you tasting? What are you feeling in this journaling prompt or activity? And I usually send out workbooks every week to the people I'm working with, but you can basically script, because I include like journaling prompts in there, but you can script for literally anything that you want. And if you want to do this daily, maybe begin to script or visualize for dates that you want to have with your specific person. But I would absolutely suggest, no matter what, to script for your absolute end. So that's the marriage, it's your wedding day, it's your honeymoon, something that's going to imply that you already have it. And then do that until it feels like you are getting this naturalness. And sometimes it's even good though, if you script it once, to do that and then kind of let it go. If this is something that is kind of like the middle, like a date with your specific person, and you want to just utilize this journaling prompt to get you into the state, then you would kind of script for that and then just let it go. Just drop it. Just like write that, and then you don't have to think of it ever again. It's already done. And then witness as that thing comes into your reality. Because with most of the successes I've ever encountered or had in coaching sessions with scripting, that sort of thing happens. Because as you script for that, as you really feel into it, because when you're writing and you're really thinking, you have to create that mental scene inside of your head. Like think about the last time you read a book or a fictional book, right? Whatever it is, you have to mentally see and find yourself in that state or in that scene. So make sure also when you're writing, doing your scripting, doing your journaling, make sure to write from the first person point of view. So you are seeing from your eyes. So you're not looking from the outside as you would maybe in like a book. You might see the characters in front of you. You're seeing from your own eyes. You're living it. You're feeling it. Whatever it is, if you're on the date, if you're at your favorite restaurant with your specific person, you're there. You're seeing that. You're eating the food. You're feeling the ambiance. You're hearing the music of live music playing. It's all up to your imagination. You can have anything you want. Do not limit yourself in any parts of these processes, because truly, if you're scripting, you're like, well, I'll script for this because this thing seems too hard to get. No, don't do that. Script for exactly what it is you want and go for that, because your subconscious mind is going to give you exactly what you ask of it, no matter what. So you might as well ask for exactly what you want. And sometimes asking for something less than what you want actually begins to create a limiting belief inside of you that you don't actually believe you can get anything you want. Because if you knew 100% without a doubt, manifestation, law of assumption, you truly accepted that and knew that you could have anything that your heart desires, and you asked for something less than what you wanted, think of what that does to your internal state. You're kind of thinking, well, if it were true, why wouldn't I ask for exactly what I want, right? So always ask for exactly what you want. Think of that end scene, think of that end state, and you're going to have those same exact results that these other people had in my coaching sessions, where again, it was the next day this person was living this out, or within 10 days, this person was living out and seeing results with their specific person. So try this out and let me know your results as well. If you did have any questions on it, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. You can also reach out to me on my website if you wanted to get one-on-one coaching or just had a personal question for me. Head over to KyleAugustCoaching.com. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video, and then also don't forget to subscribe. But thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today, but I'll see you in the next video.